One of my subscribers has asked me to rebuild the Miami Dolphins, but without Tua. And of course, the reason is Tua has a big concussion problem. He should be wearing a Guardian cap that may or may not help a little bit more with his concussion problem. But either way, there's a lot of commentators, a lot of people in general saying that he should retire due to him having so many concussions. He has been pretty solid for the Dolphins these past 4 years. But unfortunately, sometimes you just got to prioritize your long-term health. So with that being said, I tanked a lot of Tua's stats here, and he is now down to a 12 overall. So finally, with that being said, releasing Tua, $87 million in cap room will be free, I guess. I mean, it should be giving me a minus $90 million cap room for his guaranteed money. Either way, we are cutting Tua from the team. He's a 12 overall. He's not going to get signed anywhere. We're going to have to deal with Skylar Thompson for a year. Actually, I really think in real life the Dolphins will sign a different QB, but let's just see what Skylar Thompson has. I don't ever believe that this guy's going to be the QB, the future QB for the Dolphins, but why not? But for the rest of the team, 99 overall, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert. I'm going to start Devin Achane. I was about to say Devon. Devin Achane here, just because he's younger. He has star dev. He's going to progress. While Raheem Mostert here, even though he has superstar dev and is an 86 overall, he is 32 years old, and since we don't have a QB, I don't really expect us to do well anyways. The interior offensive line is atrocious. Hopefully Patrick Paul will be good at right tackle. He was profiled as a left tackle. I moved him to right. They got Jonnu Smith here. And then defensively, really good. Yes, I know it's a 3-4. I moved into a 4-3. Surprise, surprise, it's my rebuild. So we got Chop Robinson, Jalen Phillips, Calais Campbell, Zach Sealer, I believe, and then Jordan Brooks playing the outside. Javon Holland is great. Jordan Poyer is pretty old. Jalen Ramsey, how old is he? He is 29, but I'm assuming he'll last the entire rebuild unless he retires. For the specialist, we got Braxton Berrios and then Raheem Mostert. It's going to be the power back. I mean, I guess I'll leave it like that. I want Achane to get all the reps. Chop Robinson is going to be playing rush right end over Emmanuel Ogbah. Jordan Brooks is going to be the sub linebacker. Everything else looks good. Let's see how underwhelmingly we perform in year one without a starting QB. And we are somehow 4-2. I think it's because the playbooks I'm using. It's not a good sign, but I'm doing scouting national focus for QB. It's just not a good sign because I want to tank for a new QB, a new version of tank for Tua. I'm thinking about switching the playbooks, but I'll honestly keep them and see how Skylar Thompson does. But for the re-signings, Javon Holland, absolutely number one on the depth chart. That's all that he matters for, well, all that he wants. Also, no state income tax, warm weather state. Miami is a really easy team to build up because of the, warm weather, no state income taxes. Yeah, see, warm weather state is a huge impact for a lot of players in Madden. So for Cahoon here, or Cahoon, I don't even know how you say this, whatever. He's 25, star dev, and he resigns with the team. David Long has no interest with the team. He's 27 years old, and that's why we're good. Desmond Ridder signed with the team, and he is the starting quarterback, I'm assuming. He is so good in simulation. I don't want him to be my QB, if I'm honestly being real. I don't care how well he performs. Like, unless this dude puts up 5,000 yards in a season, I don't want Desmond Ridder as my quarterback. Jordan Poyer is about to be 34, so I want to see how he regresses. Anthony Walker will regress. Braxton Berrios. Don't really want all these other guys. I completely forgot Odell existed. I don't want him. Everyone else here, I'm just not interested in. So yeah, for now, let's see how Desmond Ridder in the Miami Dolphins does. He's a baller in simulation. And we go 9-8 and miss the playoffs. That's better than making the playoffs in this year. We had an 8 seed. Dang, that's really unfortunate, I guess. Stats and awards. Skylar Thompson was still the starting QB, 20th best offense in the NFL, and then 3rd best defense. So honestly, that makes sense. 19 interceptions. We're not having Skylar Thompson. Desmond Ridder was not starting. So glad I turned off auto rotation on the depth chart. I wanted to see how Skylar Thompson would do. Dolphins fans, this is not your guy. Devin Achane with, is it Devon Achane? Is it Devin Achane? I'm pretty sure it looks like Devon with a apostrophe there. I might be stupid, but Devin Achane here, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Tyreek with only 77 receptions, but 1,100 yards, still 9 touchdowns. Braxton Berrios with 7 touchdowns, almost 1,100 yards is crazy. Jalen Waddle only 4 touchdowns, 700 yards. Defensively, Anthony Walker Jr. with 113 tackles for a loss, 17 for Zach Sealer, 12 tackles for a loss for Jalen Phillips, sacks 14 for Chop Robinson, 9 tackles for a loss 50 tackles. Amazing rookie year for Chop Robinson. 13 for Jalen Phillips, 7 for Zach. Interceptions, 4 for Marcus May. And then safeties on the team is 0 defensive touchdowns, is 1 for Jalen Ramsey. And the Niners crush the Bills in the Super Bowl as the Bills lose their 5th Super Bowl in a row. Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott somehow wins the league MVP. Same thing with Mike McCarthy winning Coach of the Year. Sure, dude. Caleb Williams, Rookie of the Year, and there are no awards here for the Dolphins. In the AFC East, a bunch of Jets players retire, and then Calais Campbell and Raheem Mostert both retire. For the team upgrades, offensively, we look the exact same. Maybe, is that an injury there on the depth chart? Did I see that wrong or right? No, there's an injury. Why is there an injured player on my team? ACL tear? So I turned off injury and practice injury, left pre-existing injury on. There's no way that dude played through an entire season and he still has 15 more weeks to go through his ACL tear. That's crazy. But anyways, defensively, Chop Robinson only comes with star dev after having 14 sacks in a season. He has a Pro Bowl appearance in his rookie year. Yeah, well, on this channel, we try to do realistic rebuilds, and guess what? This is a realistic rebuild. If someone is getting 14 sacks and getting a Pro Bowl appearance in their rookie year with a terrible offense behind them, absolutely, they would at least go up to a development trade. I'm not pushing him to X Factor, but he's definitely deserving of superstar dev. Jalen Phillips had 13 sacks that year as well, so he had a great season. I'm not going to give him superstar dev just because Chop Robinson, a lot of potential here. Jalen Phillips, he's been injured, but he will deserve that superstar dev if he goes back-to-back years having those 13 sacks. Everyone else here looks the same, though. Jordan Poyer is down to an 80 overall. And for the players ready to negotiate, David Long can walk, Desmond Ridder can walk, and then Jordan Poyer, I wouldn't mind back just for another year. Does he accept this? He does not. Anthony Walker Jr., I don't want. Braxton Berrios, all these other guys. Odell is regressing into oblivion. He should just pack it up and retire. Marcus May can walk. All these other extras can walk as well. And apart from that, let's see what we have for free agency. So we had a really weak free agency class, but I just got Xavier Woods and Poona Ford both on a one-year deal to replace Jordan Poyer and Calais Campbell. So in the draft, we have pick number 16, which is not ideal for a QB. And the QB on the board, top 1, already looks sick here. I mean, top 5 projection, but round 1st to 2nd talent, elite strength, great throw power, solid speed, great acceleration, B awareness, A's accuracies across the board. Frank Stout here out of Wisconsin, 6'2", 226. He looks great so far, despite him being only a 1st to 2nd round talent. And there's another and 2 top 5 prospects here, but this top 5 prospect, Devin Callahan here, who is actually spelled correctly in the name Devin, not Devon, 6'5", 228. Out of Utah, poor acceleration, elite strength, poor speed, elite, not elite, I mean elite strength, great throw power, said it again. A awareness, A's across the board, looks really good, top 5 talent, but keep in mind the talents don't mean development trait, the talents mean overall is what I mean, overall, yeah. Stephen Bacon here, W last name, out of Washington, 6 foot, 231, A's across the board, athletically not crazy, great throw power, solid strength. Not as good as the other guys, around 2 to 3 talents, around 2 to 3 guy with Will Collins here as well. 22 years old, of Auburn, strong arm, 6'4", elite strength, elite throw power, C awareness. Not ideal. I think Stout really does look like the best prospect here. Bacon doesn't look all right. I mean, Callahan, he's top 5 talent. I know that's revealed, but I don't know. His accuracy isn't as good as the other guys. Short accuracy and throw on the run isn't as good. He's not as athletic, but we'll see who goes first. Then I'll trade up to see who I want. It's either Callahan or the other guy. First pick on the board is a defensive end, not a QB. Second pick on the board, I wish they would stop with this animation. I don't need to see it so many times. Second pick on the board is an offensive tackle. And the first pick off the board is Frank Stout. That's the guy I did want, but Texans are on the clock. They won't pick a quarterback, but I do want Callahan, so I'm going to wait for my opportunity. And the Texans go defensive end. The Browns could go quarterback here despite Deshaun Watson's contract because it's based on overall, not by contract. So I think the CPU could do that. So I'm going to try to make a move here with the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, and their top need is quarterback, so I think they will pick a QB here. I don't want Deshaun Watson. Never mind, don't do that. And that almost goes through by itself. And that actually goes through. Okay, I jump 8 spots in the draft to a top 10 pick, swapping pick 16 for pick 8, and I'm giving up my this year's 2nd round pick. So with that being said, the top talent on the board, Devin Callahan out of Utah. Let's see what you got. Please don't have normal development. A+ pick, normal development. That's what I've been saying. Just because they're a top 5 pick doesn't mean they have good development. He's going to have a really high overall, but that really blows. It makes sense that Frank Stout goes first off the board. And I don't have a third round pick. I just got teleported to the fourth round. And then in the fourth round, picking up new center David Coolidge here out of Iowa, 6'5", almost 300 pounds, 85 strength. Hidden development's the big thing. Overview, B+ pick for a fourth round pick. That looks great. And in the draft recap, I only picked the top 2 guys here, then I just simulated the rest. David Coolidge here with a 72 overall. Devin Callahan is a 77 overall. Strong archetype, 92 throw power. Accuracy is all in the green. You love to see that. Athletically, he's not amazing. He's going to be wearing 6. I don't know if I like that, but either way, he's going to be the QB of the future. And then everyone else here, just a bunch of randoms that the AI drafted. And of course, I'm going to be signing our GOAT Taylor Heineke as a mentor QB. And I'm also going to be signing DJ Chark just as a slot receiver for us. And finally, I'm trading away Skylar Thompson to the Cardinals as a backup QB for a 6th round pick. So this is what we got going on for the new team. Callahan only having normal dev really sucks, but that's like the Callahan from whatchamacallit, the draft day with the Browns and stuff. We traded up with the Browns to get Callahan. Perfect storyline, except we're the Dolphins instead of the Browns, you know. But yeah, this is what we got going on. Callahan, hopefully you're not a bust like you were in the movie. We never knew if you were a bust because they didn't continue it. But either way, Callahan has a great offense around him other than maybe the interior offensive line. Jonnu Smith won't last too much longer on this team. Need a new middle linebacker, but I guess I'm just going to be starting the rookie just in case he's good. Everything else looks good. I forgot they drafted Cam Smith. I really like him. Specialist-wise, anything else that I want to do? Childress, let's put him at the 1. Let's see if he gets a development upgrade in year number 1. That would be awesome to see. Specialist. Why is Chop Robinson? Bradley Chubb. I completely forgot this team had Bradley Chubb. I do not want him on my team. It's because I was playing with pre-existing injury off to keep J.J. McCarthy off the field. But honestly, like, yeah, I'm not paying you $30 million a year. Absolutely not. Dude was injured for me on the entirety of my roster this entire time. So absolutely not. This guy's gone. And the Eagles are going to take him off my hands for a 4th round pick. I tried a 3rd round pick. They didn't want it, probably because the high cap hit and he's old. I'm not paying this dude $30 million a year to be a backup edge rusher on my team. So now with that done, do I refresh the roster? Do I not have a right outside linebacker? I guess I do not. So let's just rearrange everything. Then I'll see you guys at the midseason mark. 2-5 in the division. We are also at the bottom of the division with the 16th seed right now. Go team. Bo Callahan at quarterback doesn't seem to be working out. Scouting national focus. I'm going to do middle linebacker. And for the players ready to negotiate, Jalen Phillips, absolutely. I want you back. 5-year deal, $23 million a year. I'm gladly going to pay you that rather than paying Bradley Chubb $30 million a year. Kendall Fuller, he's about to hit 30. This is a really cheap contract. Let's do 1 year since his age is pretty high, but he's still an 85. I would like to have that on the team. He resigns DJ Chark, no. Kayvon Chason, I completely forgot about your existence. Poona Ford wants $12 million a year. Absolutely not, dude. Everyone else here, just an extra. Xavier Woods, yeah, he's a Band-Aid player. Taylor Heineke, I would actually like back. I mean, sure, as a backup, why not? Keep him as a mentor tag. All these other extras I'm not interested in. Actually, I am interested in Jake Bailey. Even though I have to pay him as a punter, I don't care. He's young, and he will stay a while. Only $6.3 million left to spend in cap room, but I'm sure I took a big cap penalty hit after trading Bradley Chubb. So for now, let's move into the playoff. And here we are in the playoffs. 3 seed, 10-7, take the top of the division. How does this happen? Like, actually. So I guess it turns out we don't have Bo Callahan on the team. I mean, we were at the midseason mark with the Buccaneers. We won that game, even though it wasn't simulated yet. Then just win. 2 back-to-back losses here, then win to beat out the division and beat the Bills is crazy. For the stats and awards, Devin Callahan looks like a baller, dude. Top 5, top 10 in passing yards and passing touchdowns. 17th best defense here. Did he win Rookie of the Year? I mean, is he even the top 10 here? Probably not. Probably threw a lot of interceptions. Offensive Rookie of the Year for the AFC is Devin Callahan. Devin Callahan, 4,300 yards, 37 touchdowns. Yes, 16 receptions is bad, 98 pass rating. We can work with this for sure. He's just a lower overall. That's why he's throwing so many interceptions in a pass-dominated offensive playbook. Either way, we can work with him. Devin A-Chain here. Devon A-Chain. Whatever, dude. Stupid name. Not really. 13 touchdowns, 3.9 per carry, not even 1,000 yards. Devon A-Chain. Jalen Waddle, 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. DJ Chark, 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns. This is what I keep saying about Madden. It doesn't matter who you have in the slot. They will outperform everyone else on your team. Sometimes even Tyreek Hill, which he did here. He had less yards, 1 less receptions, but dominated in total touchdowns here. Jonnu Smith, pretty solid as well for a tight end. Ben Childress, the rookie here, 3 interceptions, 109 tackles, 6 tackles for a loss. Great rookie season for a 65 overall linebacker. Tackles for a loss, 19 for Chop Robinson, 18 sacks. He's getting X Factor. 16 for Jalen Phillips, 12.5 sacks. This deserves superstar. Then 11 tackles for a loss for Zach. And then interceptions, 4 for Xavier Woods, 3 for Childress, 3 for Jalen Ramsey. And then safeties on the team is 1 for Puna, 4 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Ramsey, and 1 for Cam Smith. Can Bo Callahan, a.k.a. Devin Callahan, get his first Rookie of the Year win here in the playoffs? And he does not. Loses to the Steelers, but at least he will get a development upgrade. Weird Super Bowl as the Steelers become the first ever team to shut out another team in the Super Bowl, 35-0, as the Steelers once again have the most Super Bowl wins in history. TJ Watt wins the Super Bowl MVP, as he should, and then Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP here. Dolphins Defensive Player of the Year, Chop Robinson, that's X Factor. Devin Callahan gets Offensive Rookie of the Year, and then the 65 overall middle linebacker that the CPU drafted in the 5th round, Ben Childress here for the Dolphins, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. What a year for the Dolphins. In the AFC East, Aaron Rodgers, Tyron Smith, Teron Armstead, and Von Miller all retire. For the team upgrades, Callahan goes from normal to superstar dev in 1 season. You love to see it. And then everyone else here, Coolidge here comes with star dev. Not really much of a surprise. DJ Chark has 1,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, and remains a normal dev. Outrageous. Not going to change it because he's on a 1-year contract. It doesn't really matter. Jalen Phillips goes up to superstar dev. Chop Robinson goes up to X Factor. Childress goes from a 65 to a 75 without the boost in 1 season and a development upgrade. Xavier Woods goes up to star dev. Don't know if I'm going to re-sign him. Could re-sign him for another year to replace that strong safety spot. Either way, you'll love to see it. And then Kamara here. Kamara, never got it right. Damn, he was 24 as a rookie. Either way, he's a speed rusher. Don't really need him there. But really nice improvement season for the team. For the players ready to negotiate, crazy that Chark had that good of a season. They don't even give him a development upgrade. But either way, not going to re-sign him. Again, you can just put anyone in that slot and they'll perform. Everyone else here, Xavier Woods. I do want him back. Just a 1-year contract. Let's increase his bonus and his salary to $7.7 million. He resigns with the team. I have $46 million to spend now that Teron Armstead is gone. I need a new tight end. All these other extras I don't want. Let's just move into free agency. After free agency, I got Taylor Moton as a right tackle. I moved Patrick Paul back to left tackle. Then I got Travis Jones as a defensive tackle. Antonio Oliver, strong safety out of Louisville here. Doesn't look stellar on the athletic sheet, but it doesn't look bad for sure. Great speed, good acceleration, just solid strength, solid change of direction, solid jumping. Nothing crazy, only 5'11", but still A awareness, A catching is what I like. D man coverage, C tackle, C to F zone coverage, and he's a zone archetype, so he's going to have C zone coverage. His awareness is really good, so he's going to be up there. I might pull the trigger on this. I'm just really cautious of the zone coverage. I mean, if the man coverage is a D, C to F zone coverage doesn't look good, but he's a zone archetype. So Antonio Oliver, I'm going to make this pick here, see how he turns out. Please have a development trait. B pick, player profile, hidden development trait. He's going to start over Xavier Woods, 91 speed, 91 acceleration, 91 agility. He looks nice, especially with that A awareness. He's going to be a high overall. And in the second round, picking up a new B+ left guard for our new QB, 89 strength, 82 acceleration, hidden development, left-handed, out of Miami, so we're keeping him local. And then in the third round, picking up right outside linebacker Xavier Coleman, run stopper archetype out of Mississippi State. Very balanced. Hidden development is the big thing. Only C awareness, but I saw A tackle, B play rec, and B block shedding, and thought he was good enough, and he does look good enough. F pick, right? Hidden development. His athleticism was crazy. 6'8", I did not realize. 235 vertical threats out of Clemson. Also, why are his shoes purple? That is goofy, my guy. Either way, 72 strength, 84 speed. Wait for his skills. A deep route. His athleticism was crazy. I didn't notice it was 6'8" till now, but for a 4th round pick, why not, dude? Why not just give this guy a chance? There's a 1st to 2nd round receiver in the late 4th round that I got for the Bradley Chubb trade. Why is nobody taking this? A break tackle. I mean, everything else looks super mid, but a 1st to 2nd round projection, 6'4" out of Ohio State. Not bad. Cameron Nash, late 4th round. first to second projection, normal dev. I don't care. That's really good value. Doesn't honestly look that bad. After the draft, Antonio Oliver is a 75 overall with hidden development. Our left guard is a 72 overall. Our right outside linebacker is a 70 overall. Clyde Simmons is a 59 overall, but he has hidden dev. Let's let him cook, boys. Cameron Nash, a 70, really not bad for a 4th round pick. The rest of these guys I did not choose, but AI really didn't do a bad job there. Let's give Clyde Simmons a chance. Now, this is the team after the draft. Gonna move Gaddis. He's a left guard. Why does it do that? I hate that so much. Put him at left guard if he plays left guard. Simmons goes up in overall because of the preseason XP. Everything else looks fine. Washington is there. What about Nash? Let's move Nash, a 6'4" receiver in the slot. Let's see how he does there. Defensively, Coleman is a 72 overall, 73 on the outside linebacker with the boost. We're going to move him up. Then Oliver is a 75. We're going to move him up. Then it looks like the AI picked up this defensive end, Nick Lincoln, 6'5", 275. He's going to play defensive tackle. I just wanted to play defensive tackle because I need more depth at the position. He moves down from a 71 to a 68, but that's really fine with me. Everything else looks nice here. Xavier Woods, this is going to be your last season with the team, so you better hope we win a Super Bowl with you. Specialist-wise, I want Nash, my 6'4" wide receiver in the slot. And then everything else looks good. Travis Jones, Oliver, I do not want you at a sub linebacker, please. Move this guy to the sub linebacker. Chop Robinson finally in a starting role. Everything else looks good, and apart from that, guys, let's move in to the midseason mark for year number 3. And we are 2-4 at the midseason mark. This happened last year, but will it happen again to where we make the playoffs? Scouting national focus, do I really need anything else? I mean, maybe the tight end position that I could replace with Simmons. For the players ready to negotiate, Devon A-Chain here, 24 years old out of Texas A&M, 89 overall, $8 million a year, 5-year deal. He re-signs with the team. Tyreek Hill. He said in real life that afterwards he wanted to retire once this contract ends and then be a corn star. He literally said that. You can look it up. But in Madden, let's give him another $30 million a year deal. He re-signs with the team. Cam Smith, 24 years old, 25 years old, star dev, nice depth, really cheap contract. He re-signs with the team. Jordan Brooks here, not that bad, but I want to see how he regresses by the end of the season. Kendall Fuller, I don't know. Zach Seiler, I don't know yet. He's been pretty solid for us, but I'll wait on that. Austin Jackson, I don't know. Xavier Woods, no. Andrew Brewer, no. All these other extras, just not interested in, other than Jason Sanders. Chop Robinson is nice too, but we'll accept that option later. Jason Sanders, I'll just do a 3-year deal for him, $4 million a year. He re-signs with the team, $97 million left in cap room, but for now, let's see if we can make the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs as we finish 6-11. What happened, dude? Stats and awards, Callahan. Less touchdowns, less yards, but better pass rating, 14th best offense, and mid defense. All right, 4,200 yards, 27 touchdowns, 10 receptions, 102 pass rating. Really not a bad season. Devon A-Chain with almost 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns is nice, but still 3.9 per carry. Tyreek Hill, 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns. Cameron Nash, the rookie, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Again, 70 overall, 6'4" guy that shouldn't be in the slot. Still putting up numbers because he is in the slot. Jalen Waddle, almost 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. Clyde Simmons, a 62 overall tight end, 3 touchdowns, 500 yards. Defensively, Ben Childress here with 122 tackles for a loss, 17 for Chop Robinson, 15 for Jalen Phillips, 14 for Jordan Brooks, 12 for Zach, and then sacks, 9 for Chop Robinson, 6 for Zach, 5.5 for Phillips. What happened to this defensive pass rush? Interceptions, 5 for Kendall Fuller, 4 for Jalen Ramsey. Safeties on the team, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. And the Bills lose another Super Bowl as they are 0-6 in the Super Bowl as the Packers win the Super Bowl. Edgerrin Cooper wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins the league MVP, but not the Super Bowl MVP. And he wins the Offensive Player of the Year. And Sean McDermott wins Coach of the Year. Everything was put together except for the Super Bowl win, and there are no awards here for the Miami Dolphins. In the AFC East, Mitch Morse retires on the Bills. For the team upgrades offensively, our left guard has star dev. That's nice to see. Any other upgrades? Nash goes to star dev. You like to see that. Simmons is only a star dev. I'll probably draft a replacement. Then Simmons can be a backup. Oliver has superstar dev, and he earned that Defensive Rookie of the Year. It didn't show it on the player tab, but I guess he got it for the AFC. And for the rest of the defense, everyone else here really looks the same. Lincoln is a star dev, but he is a depth player. Everything else looks all right here. And then Coleman, yeah, 72 overall. Anyways, let's see what we have for the re-signing. For the players who get to negotiate, I'll accept the option for Chop Robinson. Jordan Brooks, why not just keep him for the final year? I'm going into the 4th and final season. He's been solid for us. I'll keep him there. He also had a lot of tackles for a loss for us. Kendall Fuller, I wouldn't mind his depth for this final season. I mean, he's not crazy, but honestly, he's better than the other guys we have. He says he's going to test free agency. Good luck with that. Austin Jackson, I wouldn't mind back, $12 million a year. I want to see if there's someone better in free agency. If not, I'll just pick him back up. Xavier Woods can walk. Andrew Brewer can walk. All these other extras can walk with them. Don't really need a fullback either. Okay, and that goes through. I'm trading away my second-round pick for superstar X-Factor, 32-year-old Jonathan Allen from the Commanders. I need a defensive tackle here. It wasn't really anything good in free agency, so I'm just making it happen now. And then after free agency, I got Elton Jenkins at left guard. I'm going to move the other guard to right guard. Then I got Micah McFadden as depth linebacker. That's why I needed to make a trade, because the defensive free agency class here, defensive tackle free agency class, was pretty poor. And at pick number 7, I am hardcore reaching for a tight end here. He was projected first to second rounder. I don't care. I don't need anything else. He's a hidden development out of LSU, 86 speed, 91 acceleration, 4th and final year. I'm fine with this. A's and B's across the board. And after the draft, Max Palmer is a 74. Sean Reese I got in the second round just as a depth safety. He's a 71. And then after that, all these other extras I didn't pick. Now this is the team moving into the 4th and final season. Surprisingly, we have yet to win a playoff game. I'm going to move Tyreek Hill up to the number 1. Everyone looks good. The team just needs to perform. Offensive line looks good. 88 overall team. D-line looks great. Oliver's up there as well. Reese is a 72 overall. Everything else, yeah, once again looks good. And then Max Palmer, 76 overall with the preseason boost and all that. So for now, let's move into the 4th and final season in the playoffs. And we are 11-6 top of the division. We get the 4 seed, and we are here to face the 12-5 Houston Texans. For the stats and awards, Devin Callahan looks great. 6th best offense in the NFL. Defensively, we are 10th. Yearly awards, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson. Where is Callahan? Is he not here? Really? Did he throw that many interceptions? Callahan did throw 13 receptions, but 108 pass rating, 36 touchdowns, almost 4,500 yards. Great season from him still, despite the interceptions. Devin Achane finally giving me a season over a 4.0 average. It was 3.9 for so long. 4.6 average, 12 touchdowns, 2 fumbles, but 1,100 yards. Receiving-wise, Cameron Nash. Again, the slot is overpowered. 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, 16 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Great season from him. Jalen Waddle, 3 touchdowns, finally giving me a season over 1,000 yards in the simulation. Max Palmer, almost 800 yards, 5 touchdowns, 79 receptions. Great year for our rookie tight end. Defensively, Antonio Oliver, 89 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, 2 interceptions. Great year for a second-year player for us. Tackles for a loss, 18 for Jalen Phillips, 10 for Chop Robinson, 7 for Jonathan Allen. Sacks, 13.5 for Chop Robinson, 12.5 for Jalen Phillips, 11 for Jonathan Allen. Chop Robinson and Jalen Phillips have been great for us in the simulation. 4 interceptions for Jalen Ramsey. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. Can we beat the Houston Texans to move on to the divisional round? Please give me my first win of this video. And we do. Here to face the 12-5 Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm going to hop into this one. Here we are against the Jaguars. They're going to open up with 3. We're going to respond with 7. Nice start for the team. And then they're going to respond with another 7. Take back the lead. Then we take it right back. 14-10 against the Jaguars. 14-17, 21-17. Just a back and forth game. 24-17 at halftime as we get the ball. 27-17, 27-21 score game. Now it's a 2-score game again. Offense is drilling this Jaguars defense. 34-27 will be your final score as we will be moving on to the conference championship. Here we are in the conference championship to face the former Super Bowl champions last year, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who is their current quarterback? I'm curious. Yes, I am curious, George. Let's see what we have. Justin Fields. There's no way, dude. Justin Fields, I mean, not superstar dev, star dev, but I guess he's getting the job done for the Steelers. Here we are against the Steelers as we're going to open up with 7. They're going to respond with 7 there. And then anything else? No, that's the end of the first 7-7 game still. It's their ball. They finally score another one. 10-14. Offense needs to step up in this game. We can't be allowing Justin Fields to walk all over us on the defense too. No way. 19-24. Dude, what are you doing? Do something. What are you doing? What are you possibly doing to lose to Justin Fields, dude? Oh, you're just a Justin Fields hater. He sucks in real life. Let's be real. Worst accuracy I've ever seen on a quarterback. But anyways, we're chopped. Chopped Robinson. So this is one of the very few instances where I fail a rebuild. It really doesn't happen that often. And I feel like I built a really good team. 90 overall team, superstar quarterback in Callahan. He's been doing pretty good for us. I mean, O-line looks great as well. Defensively, we have elite edge rushers on the side. We have elite defensive backs in the secondary. Just in general, I don't really see what the problem with this team is. Maybe a weaker linebacking core, but our defense getting blown out, not really. I mean, 27 points, like this defense, 27 points allowed against Justin Fields, dude. You're just a Justin Fields hater. He is not good. All right. Anyways, enough ranting from me. I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know which team down in the comments below you want me to do next, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.